Have you ever wondered what it takes to make 10K with your CNC in 1 year? I'm talking about the actual numbers and the math behind all the sales. In this video, I'm going to share what to sell, how many you need to sell, and what the numbers actually look like so you can confidently make decisions to net 10K with your CNC in 1 year. To give you a jump start, I'll also be sharing my top 10 favorite products for 2024. More on that in just a minute. So we want to bring home or net 10K in a year, not make 10K in sales. So that means we need to make more than 10K. But how much more? A good gross profit margin is 50 to 70%, but every single industry has different standards. So we're going to use 70% just for demonstration purposes. So let's start at the very beginning. We're going to go through some math here, but hang with me. This is really, really important to understand and will unlock really big potential within you and your business. Our gross revenue minus our expenses equals our profit. So how much our sales were minus how much it cost us equals our profit. That's what's left over. To get our gross profit margin, we can take our profit and divide by our revenue. That'll give us a percentage. We can calculate the revenue needed to profit 10K by dividing the desired profit by our margin percentage. So in our scenario, $10,000 divided by 0.7 equals $14,285. This means that in order to take home, in order to net $10,000, our total sales need to be $14,285. Let's take a break because that was a lot of math. But thanks to my wife, who has a master's degree in mathematics, for figuring this out for me. True story. I did it and then ran it by her and was like, make sure this is right. Hey, you gotta leverage everything you've got. So you may be wondering, how many products do I need to sell in 1 year to bring home $10,000? Simple answer is 285, but maybe more, maybe less. Now, that'll all make sense here in a second. We'll jump into that much more simple math here in a second. But first, I want to draw a different picture of this $14,000 number because I think it'll be really helpful to see these numbers in this way. So we know we need to make $14,285 in sales in 1 year. That seems like a lot, but what about $1,190 per month? Or an average of $274 per week, or an average of $39 per day, or an average of $1,428 per craft show if you did 10 craft shows in a year. Don't these numbers feel much more realistic, more tangible, more actionable? A year is a long time frame to measure something, and it's nearly impossible to know if what you're doing on a daily basis is working or not. But by breaking it down this way, we can ask ourselves, did I make $1,190 this month? Or did I make $274 this week? Or did I make $39 today? I view these as micro goals that keep me on track to hit the bigger goal. If I'm not reaching my daily and monthly goals, I know I need to change something or else I won't reach my goal by the end of the year. So we've broken down our goal into smaller time frames, but how many products do we need to sell in a year to reach our goal? So let's say our average sale is $50, meaning one customer buys $50 in product at one time. If we take our total sales, the $14,285, and divide it by 50, that'll give us the total number of sales we need to make in a year. So 14,285 divided by 50 is 285. Now we know we need to find 285 customers in 1 year to reach our goal. This is significant to know because it gives us an actual idea of how many individual people we need to reach. Breaking this number down further can be helpful as well. 285 customers a year is the same as 24 customers a month, or 28 customers per craft show if you did 10 shows in a year. By putting numbers to these specific timeframes and scenarios, we can get a real feel of what we have to do to make this possible. Getting 24 customers a month feels much more achievable than 285 in a year. Just like selling $39 per day feels more achievable than $14,285 in a year. By knowing these numbers, we can make specific decisions in order to get our desired results. We can ask ourselves if what we're doing is enough to reach our goal alone, or do we need to find more sales avenues? Maybe if we're only selling in person, we need to sell online as well. Or maybe if we have enough sales online, we don't even need to think about doing in-person sales. But maybe you're thinking 285 customers just sounds like a lot. And you're also thinking, if I can sell more expensive items, then I technically need less customers. Let's say we increased our average sale from $50 to $75. That would decrease the number of customers we need to 190, a decrease of 95 people. Now we're faced with solving a specific problem. How do I increase my average sale by $25? Some possibilities are offer an upsell, make a special offer. If they buy a certain quantity, they get a certain deal. Offer free shipping over $75. These problems are solvable and move us from simply asking the question, how do I do this, to moving us toward our yearly goal. Another scenario I've ran into is maybe you're 6 months into the year and you notice that your numbers are low and you're not on pace to meet the $14,000 sales goal. Armed with this data, you can confidently make the decision to add a couple more craft shows, send a few more emails, or increase your marketing efforts via social media. So all this is great, right? But what the heck do you make that 285 people want to buy? If this is where you're at, you're definitely not alone. I hear this question all the time. All right, so I've got some ideas for you, but unfortunately, there's not one silver bullet product that everyone can make and sell. That just doesn't exist. This is where you get to be creative and make really cool things. I encourage you to gather inspiration from all around you. New products are mashups of previously made products. Don't be afraid to use ideas you see around you as inspiration. Add your own twist to them, combine ideas together, and make really cool products. If you're stuck, to help you get started, I put together a list of my favorite 10 products for 2024. If you're interested in that to kind of kickstart and get some momentum, there'll be a link down in the video description for you to pick it up. But keep this in mind. All successful products solve a problem and or offer value to the customer. Think about the products that you buy and why you buy them. What is something that will solve a problem that I have or something that I find valuable? The reason this is so difficult is because every single person values different things and values them differently. But some popular categories that we can go to without fail are entertainment, gifts for loved ones, think birthdays, anniversaries, pets, weddings, memorials, and food. I think of these categories like fishing hotspots, like you catch fish every time you go to these hotspots. So use them, they're hot, and people are always spending money in them. The specific recipe to bring home 10K in a year is this. Number one, pick a niche and a target market. Number two, make a $50 product that costs you $15 to make, that solves a problem or offers value for your target market. Sell 285 of them in 12 months or 24 a month for 1 year. Boom. Do this and you will make 10K with your CNC in 1 year. Now, I don't mean to make this sound easy. Like making 285 sales, $50 sales in 1 year is a difficult task to do. But by knowing your numbers and having a plan and having a roadmap, you can adjust accordingly. And rather than just throwing paint at the wall, you actually know what's happening and you can make decisions to move you closer to that goal. Of course, this is all useless if you don't have a CNC. So in this video right here, I share exactly what you need to do to get set up and started. Click right here and I will see you in that video.